First bill we're hearing today is House File 1278. This is a Representative Pawlowski bill. Welcome to the committee, Representative Pawlowski. I will move that House File 1278 be re-referred to the Committee on Ways and Means. There are no amendments filed on your bill, so please tell us about your bill.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Members of the committee, House File 1278 comes to us as a result of the creation of Chapter 12B. Chapter 12B was created as a result of the legislative auditor review of Chapter 12A, and Chapter 12A was created as a result of the largest disaster in the history of this state, which happened in 2007 in southeastern Minnesota, when 18 inches of rain fell in one night, and most of southeastern Minnesota was inundated with water. Rushford was underwater. We lost roads, bridges, and somewhere down in New Orleans is a lot of our infrastructure. I think it all floated away. These bills were created, or these chapters of law were created, so that we would have a plan when a disaster struck. 12A says if it's a presidential declaration, immediately protocols go into place. 12B, because not everything rises to a presidential level of a disaster, allows for a gubernatorial declaration of a disaster. And then funds can immediately be sent to those areas stricken. And when we say stricken, if you've had a disaster in your area, you know that immediately we need to remove all sorts of damaged equipment, waste. We need to restore water, electricity. We need to do a number of things. And this account is down to we're down to $700,000. Usually in the spring, we'll have at least $2 to $3 million of damage. It's likely this year we will have much more. So the $40 million that you see here, hopefully, will get us through this year and next year. With that, Madam Chair, I'll turn it over to the department.
Kevin Reed is here from the department. If you could introduce yourself and begin your testimony.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I am Kevin Reed. I'm the Interim Director for the Division of Homeland Security and Emergency Management, and we're here in support of this bill. What it allows us to do, on average, we spend about $20 million per year in disaster reimbursement costs to local communities. And this will allow us to refill that account and be ready for the next 2 years, and potentially looking at the spring, if we needed to have it right away, it'd be available to us. So we're in support of this. All of this, or about 92% of this account, goes to Greater Minnesota in helping them recover from disasters. Thank you.
Thank you. And we did not have anybody from the public sign up to testify, so we'll move on to member discussion. Representative Mueller.
Thank you, Madam Chair. And Representative Pawlowski, just a brief question. In the governor's budget, this actually is in there, but it takes money from fiscal year 24. Why are we doing this in fiscal year 23?
Madam Chair, Representative Mueller, we're doing it because the account now is down to $700,000. We will anticipate at least $2 to $3 million in a normal spring. This is likely not to be a normal spring. So we need to replenish the account. I want to remind members, too, that when we are not in session, this account can be activated. And for those of you who have never been in a special session, there is nothing special about a special session. And one of the reasons why this was created was because of the problem with having a special session in 2007. So this is an important piece of legislation, particularly for any area of the state that gets hit this season by any type of flooding or any other type of disaster.
Representative Mueller.
Thank you, Chair Mueller, and thank you, Representative Pawlowski. I agree. Living in southern Minnesota myself, I understand just how devastating. We had a really bad rainfall in 2004 as well, and was moving into my new house, tearing up carpet. So that was exciting during that time, especially when we have such a great a big surplus. This is a fantastic use of that money, and knowing that it's going to be such a horrible spring, I'm really excited that we're getting this bill passed today. Thank you.
Thank you. Representative Hollins.
Thank you, Chair Mueller. Thank you, Representative Pawlowski. I don't have a question so much as a comment, because yesterday was Insurance Day on the Hill, and I met with some insurance professionals who outlined to me that the number of storms and natural disasters that we are having have increased significantly over the past 10 years, and this is costing Minnesotans a ton of money. And as Representative Mueller just pointed out, directly impacts their lives. So I am in tremendous support of this bill. I think it's a good use of money and a good use of protecting Minnesotans when they need it most. Thank you.
Madam Chair, Representative Hollins, when this was
Representative Hollins.
created in 2014, it was the result of a legislative auditor review of Chapter 12A. And that was the basic reason to create Chapter 12B, because the disasters were coming at us so fast, and they weren't all presidential declarations. But there is no local unit of government that can sustain repairing these disasters. We have to be there to help.
Any further member discussion? Seeing none, any further closing comments, Representative Pulowski?
Madam Chair, no, I know you have a packed agenda, and let's just move on.
All right. I renew my motion that House File 1278 be re-referred to the Committee on Ways and Means. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? The motion prevails.
Thank you,
Thank you so
Madam Chair,
much.
members of the committee.